The saddest reality a man can live day to day is living a life that he truly does not want to live. And I wanted to make this video because I'm speaking from experience. This is something that I've been living the past few years, and I've had so many ups and downs. A lot of my downs have been due to myself, due to my lack of ability to improve in other areas of my life, my immaturity in a lot of different areas, my unwillingness to be vulnerable and to learn from others. And I wanted to make this video because my grandmother passed away a few days ago. And this is somebody in my lifetime who held a very specific portion of like just knowing who I was and knowing me. And I have very core memories with her as a child, as a kid, and it definitely just put everything into perspective of where I'm at and what I need to do. Um yeah, my grandmother was she was she was amazing, honestly, like from how I know her, and she gave me a lot of joy and gave me just a lot of love in this world. And it's something that I could genuinely feel from her, and I don't feel that from a lot of people. But I'm somebody who I truly feel the pressure in the greatest way possible from my ancestors to become the greatest version of myself. And it's something that I just haven't done. I haven't fully put the package together, and it really bothers me so much. And when I say this, I mean this in the greatest way possible. I genuinely believe that it is a privilege to feel this type of pressure and to want to be elite in every aspect of my life. Um, and to me, being elite and being, your greatest version is subjective, obviously, but for me, there's a lot of there's a lot of generational, how do you say, just continuations of, poverty, of limiting beliefs, a limiting mindset. And, you know, I just I just think that it's up to me to break a lot of these beliefs. And these are things that, my grandmother didn't have that much money. My family in general, like I said, I don't come from people that are very affluent and have a lot of money, but I do come from good people. And I just wanted to make this video because you don't have any time. Like, I've wasted so many years, the past 4 to 5 years, of just dancing around and thinking I'm doing something and putting in a lot of effort in certain areas. Like, I've been very disciplined with working out in my 20s, my late teens. Um, I've tried to do a lot of different things in terms of just, I was in the trades in my late teens. I've been personal training since my early 20s. I was in the sales role for a while, well, it was only a couple weeks. I was producing music. I was helping with music videos and shooting music videos with people. I had a lot of just different jobs, different odd jobs that I did, and I've always been a very hard worker, and I think that that's from my bloodline. That's from my genetics. That's where it comes from. But at this point in my life, I can't say that it's all wrapped up and become what I've needed it to become. And with my grandmother's death, I feel like right now it was kind of like it's a cement in my this is like a pivotal point in my life where, you know, it's kind of stupid to say, but it's like when you just don't realize, like when someone's gone, they're truly gone. As obvious as that is, she's no longer here in the physical realm. And life is so precious, and you have just so much time. You only have so much time. You only have so much time, and I wasted a lot of years. I wasted a lot of years where I thought working, 50 hours a week and training hard was a lot of work. And it's just not. It's really not for what I want to do, the type of life I want to live. I want financial freedom. I want to be able to provide experiences and just anything for the people that I love around me. And I don't want it to be a burden and something that has to be a stretch. I want to be able to, travel and obviously do things for myself, and that's cool, right? Like, yeah, I want to travel the world and go just meet all kinds of walks of life and have all kinds of experiences, but something I really want to do, I've been thinking a lot about recently, is one day I want to build like a school in just some random country that needs it. Maybe even the United States. I'm not like opposed to the United States, but I want to build infrastructures for people, to give people opportunities, to give people chances, because I know in my life people have taken a lot of chances on me, and they've always had my back in certain moments that I've needed it, in certain moments that I put myself in danger, in certain moments where I wasn't thinking about others and where I was putting myself first, or simply just not even thinking about none of that shit, just doing whatever the fuck I wanted to do. And I've been in mental spaces where, you just it's just like drugs and girls and all this shit, and your mind is just super clouded, and people have always helped me, so that's something that I really want to do in the next few years. um I want to create right now. I'm creating this channel, so I started back in the summertime, and I'm not even gonna get into the whole story, but basically I was working a job that was just taking a lot of hours a week, and I was just mentally super drained. So I'm actually right now I'm waking up super early on the weekdays, like 3:30, so I can go train before I work and everything, and get myself into the best mental space that I can. So, that's something that I'm doing right now. And, I definitely fell off the past few months where, I was drinking and I was working a lot, but it just wasn't good. So, but yeah, my grandmother, like I said, her passing and me just realizing that I'm not close to living the life that I'm supposed to live. It's really it's really set now, and it was set before, but this is something that I can actually use every time I wake up, and I don't want to wake up, that I can just, know that I have life and know that I have an opportunity to create change in myself, to create a vision, to be the best person I can be. And that's something that she always told me growing up. She always said, Janu, like every day you wake up, like it's just a new day. Like you have a fresh start to do whatever you need to do. The day, no matter how bad it gets, no matter what happens, the day does, and you always get a new day. And that's the hope, like I said, as long as you're alive. So for me, that's something that I'm going to hold in my memory every time I wake up, every time I don't want to do something, every time I'm feeling resistance, is that I have the opportunity to go for what I want to go for and to become the best version of myself. But there's just so many things in my family's history. When I say my family's history, you know, my parents, my grandparents, their parents, where it's just generational trauma, curses, whatever you want to call that. I know I have to break and I have to become, you know, every generation has improved in some sort of way from what I've seen. And I can't be any different, you know, and I think that I've done okay in some realms, but some other ways it's been, yeah, it's not been good. And I have to hold myself accountable and know that what I've done is just isn't is not good, it's not enough, and I can be so much better, and I have to be so much better because it just has to be. I don't even know I don't know how else to say it. it I can't be I can't be a man walking in this world saying what if, or I should have done that, or I wasted my potential on this. I cannot be that person. And so far in my early 20s, a lot of efforts have gone to waste, and I can't have that happen anymore. So, but yeah, this is the first video of these car talks that I'm going to do. We're in the gym. I'm a trainer. So we're going to get into the greatest shape possible. Right now, I'm quote unquote out of shape, which is probably for majority of people, you know, what they would like to be at, but there's always another level. There's always room for improvement. My shape right now, there's a lot of room for improvement. So that's what we're doing right now. Staying off of social media, staying away from, you know, drugs, no drinking, no weed, like there's just no drugs. There's nothing involved, just straight focus. And I want to create one of the best YouTube channels. I want to create one of the best YouTube channels. I want to create a platform, a community of people that are just trying to get better, and they don't subject themselves to the drama. They don't subject themselves to limiting beliefs, and they truly want what's best for themselves and want what's best for the people around them. They feel that pressure, and the greatest, like I said, that pressure is a privilege, and they feel that pressure to get better. I only want to be surrounded by people like that, and I have no interest in speaking with or being around other people outside of that, because been there, done that, like way too much. I've been out to the clubs. I've been with lots of women. I've smoked so much fucking weed. I've smoked so much fucking weed in the past 8 years. I just quit this past summertime, but it's just way too much, like way too much vices, way too much bullshit that I did. And I could have been creating something. I could have been creating a community, a channel, something to inspire the next generation, something to give guidance. But I was too busy. I was too busy lost in the sauce, too busy just doing vices and things that don't serve me. So, but anyways, if you guys like the video, make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe. I'm going to do a three uploads a week to start. The consistency will get better as I get used to this. Like I said, I am waking up super early to make these videos because I have work and I got other obligations as well. But anyways, this is John the Only. I'm sending blessings always. Peace.